Hey, I'm live. Alright, welcome everyone, I guess. You are going to watch SWAT 4, and I guess I'll get straight to business. So we're going to name ourselves Officer Bam Bam. And yeah, I'm pretty much ready. So I have gotten instructions from behind the scene that we are good to go. So I'm going to do a countdown. Quick run over, I'm going to use silenced or suppressed just because I feel like doing suppressed right now. It doesn't really do anything. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. So this is SWAT 4, which is a police quest simulator. We are going to be apprehending suspects and we are going to be arresting civilians. Except not really. We will kill the suspects and we will put the civilians in sleep. And the reason I do that, here goes, is because it's faster than handcuffing the civilians.
What happened?
And I can shoot civilians in the head because I have full metal jacket bullets, which are armor piercing, which means they don't do a lot of damage against flesh. And as you may know, the faces of people are made of flesh, so we can shoot them without killing them in the face. Fine, I'll breach his face, I guess. That's this weird glitch that sometimes when I breach a door and then try to shoot right after, it switches back to my breaching shotgun. So that was the first level, which is pretty much a tutorial. Now for the second level. And there's not much going on in here. So the enemies spawn in random places. So I'm going to have to find the old lady who always spawns somewhere upstairs. If she's not in the hallway and not in the shower, she's in here. I hit her in the face, but she survived. And now we're going downstairs.
Open and clear.
And I'll send my team in to clear the hallway. And then I'll clear the creepy tunnel myself. So I opened up a picture-in-picture mode so we can see what my team is doing. And that's the level complete. Next mission. So those were the introductory missions. Up next is the third mission, obviously.
1812 Adam, this is Central BCC. Multiple SWAT units responding code.
And this is where shit gets real. Lots of criminals, lots of civilians. There's already 2 in the backyard. Sometimes there's some in the toilets, that's why I check these toilets. If I was doing ILs, I would probably skip these toilets.
Damn, you got nerve.
Because checking every room is slow. But because of the random nature of all the spawns, I kinda do have to check every room, almost every room, just to make sure that I'm not missing anyone. And what I want to do with each of these levels is come up with that was a bit sloppy play. Come up with as linear a route as possible that covers as much of the level. I don't switch. What am I doing? Chat. 79
Adam, this is Central BCC.
Okay, so something I should also explain is during this intro talky bit, I cannot move unless I hold buttons during the loading screen. And then I will only be able to move in the direction of the buttons I am already holding. So I use that to move a little bit closer to the direction that I need to be going, but ultimately I will be standing still, just because I have to wait for that talk to end. throwing some gas grenades through the windows upstairs, because the upstairs room of this level is one of the most deadly ones. And I want to make sure that I don't die checking this room.
Hands in the air! Get down! Where'd they come from?
Alright, so yeah, you could see like 4 suspects and they all tend to shoot me, they're all quite trigger happy. So now I check all these weird little corners that usually don't have anyone in them. But I have to check them anyway. So this next room, for example, is almost no one ever here. Almost never anyone here. You go in that room. But I have to check anyway, because if I don't, then they will be hiding there, and then they'll be running back to the start of the map. And that's the level. And then I have to go hunt them down, which is really annoying. Most of the time losses in this run come from having to... or from dying, or from having to hunt someone down because they've hit so well. So in case you missed the earlier explanation, I see it being asked in chat. I kill everyone because it's quicker. However, I cannot kill civilians, so I will send one armor-piercing bullet into their face. And they survive that. They just go down on the floor and damn it. Who are you? Oh, you're dead. You're not dead, you're just unconscious. This guy went into the room that I just cleared. So I have to go hunt him down. Here's a good example of hunting someone down. Like, I just had to go to the room, but imagine if he ran all the way back. And I hadn't put my team there to take care of that. This level is probably one of the most annoying ones to root, just because there's so many ways to get from point A to point B in this map. Alright, so this bit is a bit nasty. I'll send blue team into that room. I got shot in the foot. So I'm sending blue team into that room, and if you look at the viewports now, they will be going through the entire map. And they'll be clearing everything on the way, and I'll do the same with red team. So they're shooting someone there. And they should be popping out of this door soon. Yeah, there they are. And there's one in there, alright. I got a bit lucky there. I got shot in the foot, but fortunately it didn't spawn any enemies in the far side of the level that I was walking towards. So I got away with it and lost very little time over my PB on that level, despite being shot in the leg. Just because usually you have to walk a much longer distance. So here's this first guy. He usually turns his back towards me so I can breach his face, then breach his door. It's always locked. And then I'm going to tell my team to put a door wedge on that door so that suspects will not run away and go through that door.
Something sounds funny.
Ow. I do not like being shot on this level at all. I got shot in the leg at the start of the level. I should just restart. Yeah, the Englishmen put it quite well. They just need to be rescued, and as long as they don't die, it's fine. And shooting them without killing them is faster. Are you going to turn your back? Yes. Breach your face. Open my fuel port for the team.
Element.
And make sure they're actually going to win. So there should be a trick on the stairs, or if I hook the side rails, I can go up or down the stairs faster. Oh, don't shoot me! Come on! Come on! Come on!
7-8 Adam, this is Central BCC. Multiple SWAT units responding.
So yeah, that, as I said earlier, dying is the most significant time loss in this. And now here's a good example of the random nature. That guy isn't there this time. Neither is this guy. He always pops around the corner when I breach that door. There's usually someone on these stairs, but not this time. And there we go. I went up the stairs quickly. Ah, nice try, dude. Alright, let's not get shot this time. Someone in front, someone to the right. Someone to the right, someone behind that. Door is locked. Alright. I think this room might be empty, except for the civvy. Because I already shot that guy through the window. Alright, we finally made it through the server room. I heard a lady scream from behind here, so we're gonna have to take her out. There we go. And now it's time for the top floor. And we didn't get shot this time, so that's going to speed up the top floor, provided I don't get shot on the top floor itself.
Get through there. Go.
The police! Oh my God!
I should correct myself.
I don't believe this is happening. Don't shoot me!
It will speed up the bottom floor, provided I don't get shot. Please have a head that is more visible against that wall. Oh, here's a guy. Ah, come on. That's not cool, dude. He shot me through the door. Alright, well, so much for speeding up the bottom floor. I got shot in the arm, so now my accuracy is decreased and I can't snipe these people on the bottom floor here. So I'm just going to have to hunt them down myself. Alright, so I told blue team to clear this room already, so now I just need to clean up the civilians. All these people are surviving headshots. Which they should, but I would like them to go down at least.
Fall in and stay close. I'll take point.
Alright, I threw a flashbang to make sure there's no one hiding underneath the stairs. There isn't, hopefully.
Go, go. Hands in the air! Get down! Hey, I'm not looking for trouble.
And now I got shot in the foot. So I'm going to be walking very slowly. So this map is not going very well. But as long as I pass, I am good. I have quite the estimate with quite a leeway.
Gold. Open and clear.
And yeah, I'm not going to check that room myself. It's very deadly and I already took a lot of damage.
Drop your weapons and hit the floor. I dropped it. Don't shoot.
So I'm just going to let my team take care of that room.
Let's go.
I think they took care of it. So now, hopefully, it's just executing the civilians that surrendered. And that's the mission concluded. Thank God. Alright. That took way longer than it needed to. So this next level is in the shape of a... Ooh, what's the shape of this level? I guess if you know that Danish O thing, like an O with a diagonal line through it, I guess that's the shape of this level. So we started on one tip of the diagonal line.
Get her open and clear it. Check. On it.
Then clear the circle by going in a circle and sending my team the other way around the circle.
What the hell?
And then finishing the last bit of the diagonal line.
Element spotted.
Open and clear.
So this is where the circle starts, so my team goes left around, I'm going right around. And then we should be meeting up at some point. There's lots of people in here, so I'm going to be a bit careful. I damaged one, but as I said, he's going to run away.
There's a full-blown casino in the basement.
And he's going to... What is this amount of people? This is the most people I have seen on this level. Ever. Alright. Yeah, we got them from two sides, but there were like 5 people in that room. If not more, and then a lot of people in the room before that as well. That is... I've not seen that before, but as I said, this game, lots of randomness in the spawns, including the amount, not just the location.
Talk, this is entry team. Checking out the laundromat now.
So I saw a question about... So many people in here as well. I saw a question about the beanbag. The beanbag, another one. The beanbag shotgun is less lethal, which means that it won't damage the people. And I will have to handcuff them after I shoot them. And as we concluded earlier, handcuffing people takes a lot of time, so we just want to use lethal. As for the lethal shotguns, you can't do the headshotting on civilians with it, because it's a shotgun.
Open and clear. Go when ready. Copy. On it. Blue team, get in there and clear.
So I think any machine gun with full metal jacket bullets will work for the glitch though. I guess we can call it a glitch. So I sent my team into one room each. I have 2 teams, a red team and a blue team. I sent them each into a room. So that if any of the suspects run away and around and try to go to me from behind, they will stumble into my team instead and they will take care of them. Hopefully.
I'm just standing here. Police.
Alright, so there's a guy behind the desk, which means there's always a suspect behind the pillar. Spawns are predictable like that. And they're still random, but they're not completely random. There's patterns to them.
I hope you're not too late.
This guy is almost always there, like 95% of the time. So something that can happen is for people to run back into this room from the room to my left earlier. So I'm just going to fire some shots over there and see if there's no one. And there's no one. And then check behind this thing, because there might be a civilian. Not this time. Loses time, but it's better than having to go hunt them down after I cleared everything. So this is where my red team is. Ah, there's another one. There's a lot of people all of a sudden. And yeah, we died, so we have to start all over.
Units responding to CP at Broadway and East 100. Barricade hostage situation.
Red team, open and clear. Go when ready.
Don't move or I'll shoot. Drop the gun. Do it now.
Just get me out of here.
Let's move. Let's move.
And if I survive a headshot, I will just shoot him in the leg a couple of times and then we'll knock him unconscious as well, without killing them. There's someone in that hallway. He went into one of these rooms, the one on the right. I can hear people screaming, which means in the next room over to the right there's 3 civilians and a suspect. That room is very predictable. So 3 people, 3 civilians rather,
I'm just standing
Whatever you say.
and then a suspect on the right, behind the TV apparently. So now there's no one behind the desk, and I know there will be no one behind the pillar as well then. And then this guy is here. There's another guy apparently. And I'm just going to do the same thing. Make sure that no one ran and hit over there. They didn't. I see that blue team has a civilian there, so I'm just going to secure him so I don't need to go hunt him down.
Police, on your knees! My hands are up. Don't shoot.
Which I can do because I can issue commands through the
Big guns.
Get in
fuel
there and
port.
clear.
And this is red team again. We've been reunited.
Cops, get ready. Quit whining.
Lots of people in here. Luckily I can shoot them through the window. The civvy I am not going to shoot through the window though. Because that might kill her or not kill her. That's my officer.
Keep it moving. Clear it. I got it.
And this guy surrendered. That's the guy I handcuffed, so I don't need to bother shooting him anymore.
I'm clear. Clear. Gold.
So now, this map is finally almost done. We just have to do the hardest part of the map, which is the safe, the vault. What's the difference between a safe and a vault? There's a guy down here.
There's a large number of
I ran out of
suspects.
ammo,
Be advised.
but it's fine. I'm just going to toss a bang in here.
TOC, this is entry team. There's a large number of heavily armed suspects. Be advised.
Follow my walls. Be careful. I think this room is clear as far as suspects are concerned. It should be just a civilian. Please move.
Someone's back there. Who's back there? Someone's back there. Watch the door. Someone's back there.
Hands in the air. Get down.
The guy was blocking the door, which is awkward. I could go around, but... Alright, so this is the hardest level in this run. Children of Their Own, which is a creepy cult.
429 Adam, this is Central BCC. Adam Boy, Truck Unit 1, responding to 2189 Carroll's Road. High-risk warrant service.
I just read the comment on second in command.
Element. Open and clear. Copy.
Is that a... That's just a thing. Alright, so this room is usually not that deadly, but this time it is, because unpredictability. Which is why this run remains fun to do, even if you've played it for a lot, just because it varies a lot. It can be annoying if you're trying to grind for a good time, but if you're just doing a fun run like this, the reputability makes it very interesting. And this level is prime example of that guy got shot in the head and survived.
Regroup on me.
Drop your weapon.
Red team. Open and clear. Move when ready.
Unknown contact.
Blue team.
This is one bad film. Blue team. Open and clear. Go when ready.
We are invaded. Get out.
TOC, this is entry team. Be advised. There's a large
So many people. It's unbelievable.
Found with violence.
Alright, he opened this door. Hopefully I won't need to breach it. Alright, I'm just gonna test a flashbang in here. This is the most deadly room in the game, something. But he ran off. That's a civilian. So there's still the guy in the white shirt that I've shot a couple of times now. And finally got rid of now.
Darkness waits.
Red. Get through there. Go.
Roger that, sir. Suspect spotted.
Police, drop your weapons.
I just want my team to take care of this.
Clear it. Move.
But they're not following my orders, which is annoying, what happens sometimes. So I'm just going to clear it myself. And I really need to watch my fire because of all the explosives. The green canisters explode and they'll kill everyone. Even people I don't want to be killed. like myself or civilians.
Open and clear.
Alright, we just have to clean up these last rooms and then maybe do the basement.
Hands in the air! Get down!
Lots of civilians. Another issue with this map is civilians and suspects look the same, so I can't just shoot willy-nilly at
On the
people.
ground, now!
And my team is just
Opening clear.
not
Go
following
ready.
orders, which is
I thought I'd seen it.
Take a look.
very annoying. There's one around this corner.
Not the cops. Oh! Hands up! Fall in on me. How could I have failed?
Alright, no one in the basement. That's good, because my team wasn't following my orders and I did not want to clear that basement on my own.
240 Adam, this is Central BCC.
Alright, so I took a quick glance through the window. There's the suspect on the right.
Deployment.
Alright, I got him.
Element. Open and clear.
At the start of a level, the mouse sensitivity is a bit weird and it needs to adjust itself, so killing that guy at the start is pretty tricky actually.
That SWAT has just entered the building to put an end to the situation. Here are the breaking
So my team is going to take care of the difficult part of this area while I do the easy part. There's sometimes a civilian in this room I just came from.
Get down and show me your hands. Hands up. Open it. Go when ready.
No one here. Usually there's a suspect right behind this pillar, but not this time.
Guy spotted. Let's get in there, guys.
There's a suspect. And one around this corner. No, but there is one in that doorway.
Opening
So my
clear.
team is
Move
going
when
to
ready.
clear that room, which sometimes have someone in it, and I'm always too lazy to check, so if my team starts shouting I will know that there's someone in there. And meanwhile I'll kill this guy. So my team is going all hands up, hands up. That means there's a civilian in here,
Clear. Clear here.
and he's quite hidden, so I have to make quite a detour just to get to that guy. If I could just skip this room,
Prepare to move.
I would save a lot of time.
Fall in and stay close.
Which is why I let my team take care of that room.
Oh! Red.
Alright.
Open and clear. Go when ready.
So red team is going to guard the exit of the bottom floor, while blue team is going to clear a room.
Cops, get ready.
This guy saw me, I can see in the mirror, he's waiting around the corner. There's a guy here, but my ammo is almost out, so I'm just going to...
Hands in the air. Get down.
Oh! I finished the map already. That saved a lot of time. Alright, we have 3 levels left. If you get shot in the head yourself, and the chest as well,
Element. Open and clear.
it is probably going to
Entry team to talk. We're in position.
give you all the effects from getting shot in the legs and the arms. So if you get shot in your chest, you will both get decreased accuracy as well as decreased speed. So you don't want to get shot in the chest. Alright, so this staircase almost always in here.
Element spotted.
Red team. Move and clear. Go when ready.
Usually 2. That's not a rare occurrence at all.
Blue. Open and clear. Go when ready.
Jennings here.
And here's the undercover cop of this level, which
Take
or
care
who
of
almost always just surrenders. There's someone behind this door.
Entry team to talk. We have contact with Jennings. Copy. Bring him home.
Alright, there should be a civilian here.
Go. Keep it going.
Alright, blue team finished this floor and I'm going back downstairs. Let's see how red team is doing.
Over here.
Ah!
Red. Open and clear. Move when ready.
They took care of that room, so no one in the mirror. Someone in this room.
Go.
Maybe behind this thing.
So far.
No.
Moving forward.
One to the left. one to the right, one to the left.
Through there. Go. I got it.
So I took a quick look at the stats there, and I've completed all the suspects, so I just need to get rid of this one last civilian. That was a really good walkout. I saved a lot of time there.
Central BCC to Adam Boy.
This is not world record pace, because I failed Red Library so often and later levels as well. But this endgame so far is going pretty well. So this map is in the shape of an 8. Which means that if you start at one end of the 8, at the top or at the bottom, you are then going to have to circle around both ways. Which is awkward. So instead I'm going to start in the center of the 8 where the 2 circles meet. And then I'll do one circle, I'll clear it, and then I'll clear the other circle. And this bottom floor is very predictable. This guy is almost always there. When I breach this door, there's almost always going to be a guy who comes out of this toilet. There he is. And all these doors are always locked. This room is usually empty. If it's not, the sniper will have told me. I have snipers, by the way, I forgot to tell you that. Here's a sniper that's looking at the top floor. And then this room is not locked, but there's always one to the left. So I shoot him and then check the toilet, empty. This room is almost always empty, but a civic can spawn in there. And that's one circle of the 8 done. Now we're going upstairs and we're going to get rid of the other circle. But there's bombs.
Disable that.
This place is wired.
And in the sniper feed you can see that there's a guy. I'm not going to bother shooting him with the sniper.
Roger that, entry team.
Alright, so red team is going to cover that room.
Get in and clear.
Copy. On it.
And blue team is going to get rid of the bombs. One guy on the left, shoot the paint buckets to make room for shooting these guys. And that was success. Are you going to disarm that blue team? Very good, blue team.
In here! Hurry! They're here!
That guy has a hard hat, which means his head might be bulletproof, but it's not.
Police.
Alright, the blue team successfully disarmed the second bomb. And I knew that guy was there because of the sniper. Alright. And now we just cleared the last room.
Red team. Open and clear.
Roger that, sir.
Gonna check for bombs, and there is a bomb here. So blue team disable that. I need to make sure they finish disarming the other bomb first though, because if they're not, they're going to cancel disarming the other bomb.
Right! Whatever you say.
Are you done disarming that bomb? There should be a civilian somewhere that I missed. Alright. So the map should have ended by now, but it didn't. So now we're going to have to backtrack and find that one civilian that is hiding. And I'm just going to go the way I came. Which is a mistake, because usually the only 2 civilians that spawn here on this level are hardhead guys, and I got both hardhead guys, so maybe I didn't shoot him properly. So one here, no one. This is the room with the paint buckets that were in the way and that I shot. So he's downstairs. Must be in a toilet that I forgot to check. That's very likely. Ah yeah, this loses a lot of time. Just because I have to check every single room again. He's in the toilets. He's probably in room 621, I think it is. This room right here. 623. No, he is not. Or is he? No, he is not. Huh. If he's in here, then that is weird, because I don't think I've ever seen a civilian in this room. Ah, he hid in the dark room. Alright, well, that can happen. That was kind of my mistake. I should have just seen him. Alright, so the last level, we are well on pace to be underestimated.
4-2 Adam, this is Central BCC. Multiple SWAT units responding.
This is a rather long level. It's rather difficult if you're playing casually, but for speedruns it's one of the
Clear. Go when ready.
medium difficult levels. It's not the easiest, of course, but it's relatively easy compared to the previous maps as far as speedrunning goes. Which is good for a last level. Oh yeah, their hitboxes are a bit weird sometimes. Alright, reload the gun. Shoot some here, scream. Wait for someone to pop around the pillar. There's no one. Moving on. Alright, check cryogenics while I pick off these civilians. Alright.
Reynolds, area clear.
And I will do this room myself. There's a guy running away, which I don't like. You might be going upstairs, which is where I just came from. And my team is going to clear a room.
Wow, I guess they called out the big guns.
And while they head there, I'm going to pick off these civilians. There's always a lot of civilians in these changing rooms.
Bad guy spotted. Suspect contact.
Alright, so while they stack up on that door, I'm going to enter that room from the other side.
Moving on.
Fields. Gerard. Clear.
Get back in there.
Here we go.
And then this room. Nice. You'll notice me switching. Oh, I forgot to send them into this room. You'll notice me switching between 3-round bursts and semi-automatic a lot. 3-round bursts just to kill suspects quickly and risklessly. And then the semi-automatic to send one single bullet into a civilian's head.
Finally.
Alright, this is the last room, so get ready on time.
You've got to stop them.
And there's a guy in green here, and if you've played this game, you might know that there's a briefcase you need to find, which is really difficult to find. But you know where it is because it always spawns in the same room, no exceptions, as the guy in green. So that's how I know where that briefcase is, and I don't need to be looking for it. It can spawn in like 5 different... Oh, get ready on time. Time. Yeah, I just finished the run. The last part of that run is just picking people off, which is fun, I guess. Yeah, that briefcase can spawn in like 5 or 6 different spots. Anyway, that is this run. Yeah, I guess thank you for watching. And enjoy the next run, which I don't know what it is. So I'm sure the hosts of this marathon will tell you. And 37:57 according to my split, so it's just 4 minutes and 28 seconds behind my PB, which is also a world record. So it's a fairly decent time. I'm really happy with a time that's under 40 minutes on a marathon. It's really hard to just do a sub 40 run on demand without grinding. Anyway, yeah, I saved the schedule.